Good afternoon. You're watching a special edition of ABC 10 News. I'm Chris Thomas.
And I'm Madison Wade with up-to-the-minute details on the ferocious Caldor Fire that continues to threaten Lake Tahoe right now.
Today, the wind is up and there is a red flag warning, making conditions even more challenging for firefighters. More than 191,000 acres have burned, and the fire is now 16% contained. The Caldor Fire is burning in El Dorado and Amador County. And keep in mind, today is the day firefighters are most concerned about, despite making some progress overnight containing the flames.
And take a look at this video. It is new video showing the timeline of the Caldor Fire and how it's burned the past 17 days.
We have live team coverage with crews across the Sierra tracking everything you need to know as the fire approaches Myers and threatens Lake Tahoe. We start with ABC 10's John Bartell near Highway 50 in Myers. John, bring us up to speed.
Yeah, hey Chris, right just outside the city limits here of Myers here, and we've got, this is the Caldor Fire right here, coming down, working its way in here. I'm just gonna step out of here. We got fire crews monitoring this. It's been kind of on the ground right now, but every once in a while it's gonna flare up here. I just wanna show you up Highway 50, we've just got a massive amount of fire crews along Highway 50. Just to give you a little bit better idea on where we're at here, this is South Upper Truckee Road right over here. We've got the KOA, the camp spot right here. So we've got structures here, we got campsites here. Then across the road, Highway 50, I don't know if you can see the crews up here. They're getting prepared. There's another community over on this side towards North Upper Truckee Road there. So we've got, this fire is now getting very, very close to these homes down here towards Myers, Christmas Valley area here. So now the thing that's been really hard for these crews here, it's the wind. And we talked to a fire crews earlier today, and he really explains well how hard it is. Take a listen.
With the way the smoke has been, it's been hard to get aircraft in, both fixed wing and helicopters. So when we don't have that, we just have to rely on us and pay attention to signs of when we have to leave. And if it's more than something like the spots get to be more than we can handle, then we got to go.
They are brave, really, here, but they are not afraid to retreat when this fire gets too bad, and I've seen them do it once before here. Just to let you know here, this is we're still right about a mile from the actual city of Myers here. All of that area there really threatened right now, guys.
My goodness, John Bartell talking with firefighters tonight, put him in perspective the challenges that they are facing there on the fire lines. John, we thank you.
And let's turn now to Brandon Ritteman, also on the fire lines right now, southwest of the Heavenly Ski Resort in Heavenly Valley. Brandon, what does it look like where you are?
Well, right now we're really on the front lines to protect neighborhoods in South Lake Tahoe. The fire is burning really to our east, uphill. It's literally just behind me where you see these dozers headed, and they've been just unloading dozer after dozer off of the back of semi-trailers so that they can get in here and really cut down to some bare dirt. If you just take a look over by these pickup trucks to your left, Tyler, you can just see how much bare dirt they've created just by getting this equipment in here and scraping the forest floor, almost acting like a big shovel or rake, getting the pine needles, getting the brush you can see kind of piled off to the left. They've been trying to do that to basically make a big halo around this neighborhood. And for some perspective, we're off of Pioneer Trail on the way to Ski Run if you were coming from, say, Myers. So, there's an elementary school a lot of people will know as a landmark on the way to Ski Run. We're in the neighborhood just uphill of that. And they've spent all day just trying to build as much protection for the neighborhood as possible. If you just take a look behind, you can see how far away the neighborhood is, not far at all. In the neighborhood, we've seen crews doing all kinds of work, literally just getting up against the buildings with McLeods. It's like a big hoe rake kind of thing that they use to clear down to the dirt right up against the edge of the home. So they're trying to kind of come in behind and take care of those little things that maybe homeowners didn't get to before they had to evacuate and make things as safe as possible. This is what it looks like when those dozers really get out there. We saw this a little bit earlier in the day, kind of further into the backcountry from this neighborhood, and they take down trees with these things. You have some crews on hand, some crews doing this work by hand with chainsaws, but we also have dozers doing it, just trying to take out any trees, brush, anything that looks like it could carry the fire or help the fire get established if and when embers come here. The big question here, in this community, because the fire is due south and east of us a little bit, is will the fire continue to push eastward, or is it going to head more straight north? If it heads more straight north, that's a big problem for this neighborhood and also for the area of South Lake Tahoe right up to the state line, because that means embers could start falling in and around neighborhoods. And there's so much development in South Lake Tahoe that if that starts to happen, it's going to be really difficult to get a firefighter to every place that needs one in order to put out a new spot fire that gets going. So far, the saving grace has been the fire's wanted to hang to the east, it's wanted to hang uphill, but as we know, things can change in a hurry out here, and they are not leaving anything to chance. This may not be the last day they have to fight to save this neighborhood.
Absolutely. Brandon, our firefighters hard at work to protect homes in and around the Heavenly area. Brandon, thank you for the live look tonight. Let's get things over to Monica. Monica, the winds, a major concern.
Right. It's amazing to see those dozers taking down all those matchsticks as we look out towards the Tahoe region. This is a look at our radar and what we're looking at right now. Brandon just explained this, that it is a bit uphill as far as the most fire activity. And you can see that as Doppler radar is picking up the heat intensity as well as the ash that's coming out of some of those fire plumes that we've been watching there. Here's a look at some of the hot spots over the past 12 hours, and you can see a lot of growth there on the southern end. And of course, what we've really been focusing on, some highly populated areas moving towards the South Lake Tahoe area. Here's Highway 50 and 89. You can see Myers right there, and we've been seeing a lot of hot spots as this has been growing. There's Lake Tahoe Airport right there along Highway 50. So many of us going there, we know there is just a lot of open field and grass right there. Here's a look at our thermal hotspot camera, and you can see just the amount of intensity that is coming off of those ridge tops there as that camera is pointed from Heavenly off to the south and west there as that fire continues to approach the Tahoe region. As far as the winds, Madison, you just mentioned it. Here they are right now out of the southwest. We take a closer look at some of those wind speeds, 5 to 15 miles per hour with gusts 20 plus miles per hour. Remember, around fire lines, that can be about 10 times as strong. Humidity, incredibly low, 8 to 15%. It should be in the 30s and 40s. But again, late afternoon is the biggest concern with those upslope winds. We continue to monitor this red flag warning.
Indeed, and information is changing by the minute with the Caldor Fire. We want to make sure people living in the line of the fire and who have homes in the line of the fire are up to date on evacuations. And so ABC 10's Mike Duffy is here now with the information you need to know. Mike.
Chris, let's start with giving the audience some perspective. Brandon Ritteman was reporting from this area here, and he's talking about the fire being just to the east of him. The concern is that it's going to go straight north. But let's just talk about what happens if this fire continues to move east. That's why we have these evacuation warnings for people living in Alpine County, anything north of Woodford to the Nevada state line. You can already see also the Tamarack fire is already encroaching into that warning area as well. So it's almost coming at them from both sides. Now, the other area that we're paying close attention to is in Nevada, and this includes these areas right here along the eastern coast of Lake Tahoe. This includes the Kingsbury region, the Zephyr Cove region, and the Glenbrook region, all the way up to about Dead Man Point. That is the extent of the Douglas County where it is right now. This is an area where it just is an area of concern, because if that fire continues to head north, which is the other option for the wind, that would be the area most concerned. So if you are in those areas, make sure that you are making plans right now, if not already leaving. It's something you're going to want to be paying close attention to tonight. Madison?
Thank you so very much, Mike. I'll take it. I know you're going to be there throughout the evening, keeping track of all of this so that we can help people throughout this event. Mike, thank you.
And again, right now, South Lake Tahoe, pretty much a ghost town. We showed you the massive evacuation from the city of 22,000 all day yesterday. ABC 10's Bianca Bueno is live for us now in South Lake Tahoe. Bianca, what's the latest from where you are?
Madison, the good news, no flames where we are, but a lot of smoke and ash here in South Lake Tahoe. We've been keeping a very close eye on this area of the Y here. We've been watching as crews have been driving in every which direction. Law enforcement, hot shots, fire crews, keeping a very close eye on this vulnerable area, trying to ensure that the homes of those thousands of people who evacuated yesterday stay standing. Winds gusting and first responders zooming past. The only sounds you'll hear in South Lake Tahoe Tuesday. An eerie calmness as fast-moving fire threatens the area.
Hey, we got out alive.
David Cunningham, who's lived in Tahoe since 1970, was delivering packages for UPS Monday when he got the call. It was time to get out. His wife and son frantically packed up their home.
They were just scared. It's happening so fast, you know what the fire's gonna do.
It's just stuff that you could probably never get back.
Cody Cunningham first evacuating Monday to Kingsbury with his family, then forced to leave again, getting to the Carson City Community Center shelter in the middle of the night, and it was already full.
We got so tired of looking and seeing that the shelters were full, it was just like we're too tired to do anything else for tonight. We've done too much packing and evacuating for one day. It's been the longest day of our lives.
While 22,000 in South Lake Tahoe evacuated, the two who own this gas station along Highway 50 choosing to stay, an effort to support first responders, but taking precautions just in case.
Tahoe is fire prone. We want people to be prepared. This is a weird fire. It's burning to 2 states now. It's coming, probably likelihood it could be in Nevada.
As fire crews across state lines in Nevada begin to prepare a plan, residents of Tahoe forced to watch and wait.
Take it day by day, hour by hour, minute by minute, right?
And really, all eyes across the country are right here on South Lake Tahoe, hoping Mother Nature stays on its side and keeps those relentless flames out of this beautiful community. Madison and Chris.
Oh, Bianca, thank you so much. It really is such a beautiful place and so many on edge tonight. Thank you for the live report from South Lake Tahoe.
Now, if you have questions about evacuations or anything related to the Caldor Fire, you can always text us at 916-321-3310 and we'll send you what you need to know right to your phone. Listen to this. You can also scan the QR code there right at the bottom of your screen with your phone camera, and that will take you to our website that has evacuation information, maps, and critical updates on all the wildfires.
And with so many of you wanting to help the thousands of people impacted by the wildfires, ABC 10 has teamed up with the American Red Cross. If you are able to donate, you can find a link on our website, abc10.com/links.